What is going on, folks? It is Rigor Mortis, and we are back with yet another video. And today, what I wanted to do is give you guys a small update on Zomedica. Of course, we are all anticipating the release of their Truforma device sometime at the end of this month. And so, in anticipation of that, I'm trying to get you guys all the latest news and updates. As soon as I hear about it, I'm trying to get it to you guys. So, today, we're going to talk about Zomedica and this article that says Zomedica retires preferred shares. We're going to get into that. We're going to talk about the price action, and I'm going to tell you guys what I'm doing as we are getting closer and closer to the Truforma release date and why I'm excited about it. So if you're new around here, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button so we can get this video out to more people, and please comment down below your thoughts about Zomedica and this upcoming release of Truforma. So let's go ahead and talk about this article real quickly. Zomedica Corp, ticker symbol is ZOM. We already all know that. A vet health company creating point of care diagnostics products for dogs and cats today announced that it has affected the exchange of all of its outstanding Series 1 preferred shares for its common shares, and that it continues to progress with its planned commercialization of its Truforma platform. Effective March 7th, 2021, Zomedica completed the exchange of all 12 of its outstanding Series 1 preferred shares. So, what are these preferred shares? Stated value $1 million per share. The preferred shares for 24 million, about 25 million common shares of the company, equivalent to $44 million, based on the $1.78 per share closing price of the common shares on March 5th of 2021. Robert Cohen, chief executive officer of Zomedica, commented, quote, "As you know, since our fundraising round in July 2020, we have wanted to rationalize the preferred shares. Due to the terms of these shares, they are considered to be detriment to Zomedica, its future growth, and the interests of our common shareholders. For historical reasons, although the company received $12 million in exchange for the preferred shares were entitled to a $108 million liquidation preference and a 9% royalty net sales of Zomedica and its affiliates. The exchange of the preferred shares for common shares eliminates the potential detrimental effect, results in a quote unquote clean balance sheet for the company, and removes what was, in our opinion, a potential overhang on the common shareholders. We are appreciative of Wickfield Bridge Fund LLC holders of the preferred shares agreed with us that the elimination of the punitive terms of the preferred shares was in the best interest for all shareholders." So what happens is these guys, Zomedica, they got into an agreement for preferred shares, which are slightly different than common shares, as you can see. They're worth slightly more, obviously, $1 million per preferred share. And so what happens was they essentially, these preferred shares, they have a lot of certain aspects to them that the common shares obviously don't have. And so we read here these preferred shares were entitled to $108 million in liquidation preference and a 9% royalty net sales of Zomedica and its affiliates. So what they did was, instead of dealing with these preferred shares and what could potentially be down the line, these people cashing out on these preferred shares, what they did instead was they were able to exchange all of these preferred shares that they had hanging over their heads for common shares, and now they don't have to deal with these preferred shares anymore, which is, in my opinion, good news. And here's where it gets really interesting, because this article was about these preferred shares, but we got a little bit of insight as to what's going to happen with this Truforma release. So it says here, in further news, the first group of direct Zomedica field personnel have completed their training in anticipation of the commercial release of Truforma. That sounds like great news to me. Sales representatives of Miller Vet Supply, and so this is the company that's going to be distributing the Truforma device, if I remember correctly. Zomedica's distribution partner, literally the next sentence, also have completed their initial training program. Zomedica developed and implemented the training program to deliver a transformational learning program to its sales team through a defined process of providing a well-defined strategy, comprehensive disease state knowledge, and a clear understanding of the market and vet practice needs. The company believes that its training certified team has the tools necessary to effectively educate and advocate for the use of Truforma in veterinary practice. Protected by approximately 70 issued pending patents, the Truforma diagnostic program uses bulk acoustic wave (BAW). If you don't know what that is, it's outlined very well on the Zomedica website, and I actually did talk about it a little bit in the initial video that I made on Zomedica. This technology, developed by Corvo to provide a non-optical and fluorescent-free detection system for use at point of care, BAW technology, also used in cell phones and in the world's most advanced radar communication system, is an extremely reliable and precise technology. We know all of this about Zomedica, and that's why we're hyped up about this Truforma product. Obviously, something that we need to keep in mind, guys, and this is something that I mention every single time I talk about Zomedica, is that yes, this Truforma is very exciting. We're anticipating the release of this system. That's why we're interested in the stock. But we always have to keep in mind, if this Truforma does well on the market and these vet clinics end up really wanting it, the demand is really high, the stock is going to do very well. On the other hand, if this thing is just sitting in some corner collecting dust and not a lot of people want to use this thing, then we might potentially see this stock falling. So this all depends on whether or not they have a great release of their Truforma product and we see great sales from their Truforma product. So earnings reports in the next few months, the next few quarters are going to be very, very relevant when it comes to Zomedica. Of course, as always, let's go ahead and take a look at the price action for this stock. Guys, you know the deal. I am not a financial advisor by any means. I'm just here to put you guys on stocks that I am looking into. Please go out and seek financial advice from a professional before investing in the stock market. Of course, over the last couple of weeks, this thing has been adding absolutely killed, just like all of our other stocks. We're down almost 28%. But if we take a step back and look at the 6 month, of course, we see that we've been doing very, very well relatively, up about 1,500% when we shot up to our highs at around $2.70. And since then, yes, we have been having a pullback of 30%, but the broader market is down, so that explains a little bit of that. Now, in terms of what the price action is like today, we're just bumping up and down at around $1.80, $1.90, give or take. So, not a lot of movement here. Of course, the stock market is still slowly recovering. We're still, anticipating some news coming out in terms of stimulus checks and things of that nature. So, we are still awaiting a nice smooth recovery. Hopefully it comes. I could be wrong and this thing could go sideways or downhill, so we don't know for sure. But according to everything that I've read, according to everything that I've been hearing, we are anticipating a recovery soon, hopefully. So in terms of Zomedica stock, this thing is sitting at $1.89. Me personally, I'm very happy with my position currently. Now, of course, you guys, the stock market has been volatile, as we've talked about before. So what I'm going to be doing personally when it comes to Zomedica, if it trends sideways, I probably won't be investing any more of my money between now and the Truforma release. If we do for some reason see a dip between now and then, if my buying power is in a place where I feel comfortable buying a little bit more, what I'll be doing is I'll be investing a little bit more into Zomedica, because I feel as if the Trueforma release will be, something that's a little bit hyped up. Now, of course, there are some people that are taking, positions. They're trying to swing trade this thing a little bit. So whenever the Trueforma release comes out, there might be a big sell-off, and that's something that we need to be aware of. So you have to put yourself into one of these camps. Are you one of these people that's investing in this stock because you're hyped up for this Trueforma release and you just kind of want to swing this thing? Or do you really believe in the company and you think that this product might be doing well in the long term and you really want to stick it out for a while? So you have to decide whether or not you're in one of those two camps and then play that stock according to your portfolio, of course, seeking professional advice first. So for me personally, what I'll be doing is I'm holding on to my shares. If we see a dip, I'll buy if my buying power is there. If not, then I'll continue to hold on to my shares. I do want to see where this thing goes. I want to see whether or not Trueform is going to be a hit. And if it is, then I'll be very happy. And if not, then it's just going to be one of those opportunities that hopefully, if this thing really peaks and we have a ton of hype, we're able to take some profits off the top and then let the rest ride out through this Trueforma release and into the future, into the, maybe Q3 or Q4 earnings reports and things of that nature. So that's what I'm doing personally. Of course, as always, folks, I want to know what you guys are doing in the comment section below. I'm always interested. So please comment down below what you're doing in terms of this Trueforma product, what you're doing in the month of March specifically for this stock. I know usually I want to hear about all your stocks, but I want to hear about Zomedica. What are you guys doing specifically this month when it comes to Zomedica? Please throw a thumbs up on this video so we can get it out to more people. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'm Rigor Mortis. Peace out.